Well, it's now time to get the latest in the world of sport, and Arpn Akerejola joins us for that. Hello, Aaron.
Yes, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, Adesuwa. How are you doing today?
Very good. And what's happening in the world of sports?
Let's start it off on football. I know you don't want to hear this, but Arsenal, yes.
I could have guessed.
The coach
can't
of
wait
Arsenal,
to break the good news.
The coach of Arsenal, Mikel Arteta, is in the news again. He's defending his team and also understanding the sharp criticism that has come his way right now. There are talks about the whole hashtag Arteta out. And he says the team has not been good enough, and his understanding of the bullets, in his own words, the bullets they've been receiving. And also, he's also backed his former captain, Granit Xhaka, for that rush of blood to the head, that moment of foolishness that ultimately cost Arsenal the game against Burnley. That red card that he actually got. And he said he understands, but they need to be good enough. But you look at all this, and the truth is this: Arsenal have been woeful this season. All right, 4 straight losses at home in the Premier League. Although their complexion in Europe is a little bit different, but at home you'll be expected Arsenal to be locking down 3 points. That is not happening. They've been losing, they've been bleeding points right now. They're 15th on the table. And the form Arsenal are right now is what they call relegation form. If they continue this way, they will be relegated. And God forbid that ever happens. Arsenal are one of those few teams in the history of the Premier League that have never been relegated before. So having Arsenal in this unfamiliar territory should warrant a lot of flack. And I think Arteta is just throwing words out there. He needs to start getting his acts right on the pitch of play.
I know you've analysed this before, but what key things do they need to get right to get themselves back on form?
I don't even know where Arsenal's problem was. Because at one point we were thinking Arsenal's problem was defensive. They've not been conceding too many goals this season, and I think Arteta has been able to address that. But they've not been scoring too many goals. They gave Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, the Gabonese, a bumper package. He earns $350,000 a week. Some few weeks ago, he got that particular bumper package, and all of a sudden, his goal wells run dry. Literally, he cannot score to save his life right now. Unfortunately, he scores a goal, and the goal he scores was an own goal against his own team. And so it's the anticlimax just makes everything a little bit difficult for Arsenal. Mesut Ozil is out in the dry, earns over £300,000 a week. Some are saying it's the board that don't want him in the team. Some are saying Arteta doesn't favour him in the team, that he's too lazy to make the first team at Arsenal. Arsenal are just here and there. Lost the sea right now. They need to get their acts together. Very importantly, they need to start winning games to be able to save his own job firstly, then probably see if Arsenal can finish in the top 4.
Well, the first step to solving the problem is accepting that there is a problem. And I think that's what Arteta is doing. To say, I understand that there's a problem. We're not good enough.
That's not good enough.
And we'll fix it.
Okay.
Yes, but this too will pass. And so let's pass on to the next third.
I like that. I was waiting for her.
Okay. All right. Since we're still in the Premier League, our matches will be played today. Midweek matches are actually up and running. So midweek matches will play today. Manchester City will be in action today, and they'll be hoping to probably pick up 3 points at home against West Bromwich Albion in that particular game at the Etihad Stadium. West Bromwich Albion, also another team that are struggling. Slaven Bilic is actually literally marking time. He knows he's living on borrowed time as coach of the Baggies. And if he loses again, the screw will just be turned harder. And it's just a matter of time he will be fired at some point in the season, from all indications. And Chelsea will be hoping that they were first buoyed by the fact that teams in London were given the opportunity to have fans back. Right now, with London moving into Tier 3, means that from tomorrow, teams in London, we have 6 of them in London. We're talking about West Ham United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham Hotspur, and Queen's Park Rangers, then Fulham. All 6 teams will have to now go back to not playing games in front of fans. And the coach himself, talking about Frank Lampard, has been speaking about this, and is hoping that maybe there can be a little bit of concession for football teams, because they've been following COVID-19 guidelines to the letter, to be able to get fans back in the stadium, because it's always important. But the man you should be more concerned about what happens tonight. They will be going away to the Molineux Stadium to play against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wolverhampton Wanderers will be making life difficult for Chelsea. Chelsea have already lost a game to Everton, and they will want to get back to winning ways again. but it will be a tough ask tonight. Let's see how it goes.
You know, Aaron, what's going through my mind
Yes.
at this point is, at what point will someone do an assessment of or analysis of the stress involved in the game of football? Because what you're saying just reminds me
it comes with the job.
intense
It comes with the
stress.
job. And I always say this, and that is some people tend to feel like the Liverpool coach is thinking the way
a
you
health
are.
risk.
No, but people are saying that's why they're getting paid.
Okay.
That's one. And two, and the point is, someone said in the UK that they should count themselves very lucky.
Okay.
Now, some other industries have been left in ruins because of COVID-19, and they're giving special concession to sports, Major League Football, to continue. That means that some people are earning their wages.
Yes.
That they should be a little bit more grateful, show more gratitude than always saying that there's so much pressure.
Okay.
They should be a little bit
They're
grateful.
being
that
paid
they're
not to
being
be
paid right
pressured.
now because people right now are not even having jobs with the whole confusion that COVID threw into the mix. People, especially now, the people that will be more grateful will be the people that are not playing. They're not footballing staffs. We're talking about non-footballing staffs in a team structure. Those are the ones that don't earn the big monies that we're talking about. Those are the ones that are lucky to have monthly salaries paid, month in month. Yes. So I think it comes with the job. One, but at the same time, they should also be grateful because it's not like that everywhere else. Now, before we go, in Spain, we'll still be having matches tonight, and a lot is expected. Real Madrid won that Madrid derby, and they'll be hoping to consolidate tonight when they welcome Athletic Bilbao to the Alfredo Di Stefano Stadium. So later on tonight, let's see if Real Madrid can actually pick up another valuable 3 points and put it in the bag and in the kitty, and hopefully try to challenge for the title in the moment. But in the meantime, looking at the highest goal scorers, quite dismal in the La Liga, understanding that after 13 games have been played, the 14th will begin tonight. Only 7 goals have been scored across the board. That's the highest goal scorer, and that's coming from Iago Aspas. He actually scored yesterday to actually take his tally to 7. You can see Lionel Messi down there in the pecking order in 5th. That is quite unusual. Lionel Messi, by this time, is averaging 20 goals at this stage of the season. But this is a very unique season, a very peculiar season for Barcelona, for Lionel Messi, who wants to leave. And everywhere, they're throwing money at him right now. And whether he stays is left to be seen, because he knows that if he leaves Barcelona, he will earn a pay of a lifetime. Manchester City are promising him £2.5 million a month. A week.
A week. The month sounded good too.
No, a week, actually, not a month.
And what are his likely options? I know he had issues with his contract.
Yeah. So,
where is he likely to go? Do you think he will go for
Manchester? There are
Manchester?
two destinations. Either Manchester City or Paris Saint-Germain. They have the deep pockets to be able to pay that much. Manchester City are the ones offering him 2.5 a week, £315,000 a day to actually play for them. And he will sign a 10-year contract. He will play 2 years at Manchester City and go to their other sister outfits, whether Melbourne FC or New York FC, and actually try to complete it, come back and go into the backroom, join the backroom staff and begin doing backroom things with them. So Lionel Messi knows his future is certain, and he will be earning a big payday. Can Barcelona pay that right now? The answer is no, because Barcelona they're in financial deep hole. There's a deep hole, financial black hole. They've been hemorrhaging cash due to bad spending over the years, and this has left them literally empty in hand right now. But before we actually go, we've been talking about sports and COVID-19.
Yes.
Now that sports is actually even out, a lot of people seem to forget that that they will have to, all these stars, all these athletes, all these players always have to get tested time and time again. We saw that play out in Newcastle United, whereby 4 or 5 players in the team actually tested positive to COVID-19. They had to closed down their training facility for a while, had to postpone a game, and that is also happening in South Africa right now, as the Titans and Dolphin game is right now in jeopardy because some members of the Titan team have actually tested positive to COVID-19. So it's rather unfortunate that this is happening, but we and I know this, the numbers are still very, very high in South Africa in terms of COVID-19. So we're glad that they are catching these things so that these things don't become super spreaders, talking about these events.
Unfortunately, that's the price they have to pay for the sports to continue during this pandemic. Thank you so much, Arpn Akerejola, for the sport. And that's been the show today. Thank you so much for watching Newsday with me, Adesoa Omoroan.
And I am Ekene Ezeji. Please keep it here on Arise News. And from the entire team here in Lagos, London, and our stations, goodbye and thank you for watching.